Pessoal, a gente acabou de sair de um set insano, tá? Que um pro player escolheu Magyar, ele trocou o Teros por um Magyar e ele teve um resultado melhor. E a última partida, nossa, velho, eu quase tive um negócio. Vejam. É a partida do Balloon Boy versus o Anonymous Alex. Enfim, vamos estar acompanhando aqui Flower e Rage, tá? Agora, Flower que sempre veio de Yumiko, tá? Eu acho que teve um momento ou outro que ele escolheu outro Legend, só que eu não consigo lembrar que Legend que era. Mas ele trazendo Diana agora é interessante porque o arco da Diana é muito forte. Consegue garantir KO assim cedo, sabe? O famoso early KO. Com uma consistência muito grande, sabe? Por causa das sigas. Enfim, ela tem status super equilibrados também, ele tá com assistência de dano. Então tá tipo, tá tudo GG pra ele jogar bem com esse personagem. E por outro lado, a gente tem um Radish, um player muito consistente de Red Raptor, que antigamente jogava de Petra, né? Se eu não me engano era Petra até, que ele jogava de Orb, né? E ele continua trazendo, tanto é que eu acho que ele tá level 100 de Red Raptor. E, cara, simplesmente o melhor Red Raptor que existe, assim, sendo bem sincero. Enfim, vamos continuar vendo aí pra ver o que vai rolar, se o Flower vai conseguir ter um bom resultado com um pique totalmente diferente. Entre aspas, totalmente diferente, porque tem arco, né? Mas vamos ver se ele consegue ter um bom proveito pelo menos da Blaster, né, mano? Enfim, se você quiser receber aula, é só você se tornar membro, tá? Que eu faço uma análise de replay pra você. Maravilhosa. Você pode estar vendo as análises que eu já fiz pros meus alunos aqui no canal em uma playlist, beleza? Aqui nesse canal. Links full play. E se você quiser só ajudar a partir de R$2,99, super baratinho, eu vou agradecer muito. É nóis. Live todos os dias no canal principal, tá? Às 19 horas.
Finals, I don't remember which game it was, where he like KO'd Balloon Boy in yellow because he hit a neutral signature, gravity cancel, bouncing off the wall, and then a turnaround down air, and he KO'd in yellow. It was nasty.
Okay, well that ground pound will interrupt the side air, or the side light from Radish, but so far Radish has been getting a ton of unanswered damage. Nair, side air hits, Radish could go for the down stick here. He does try it. Ground pound
goodness!
Perfectly by Flower to hold on to that second stock a little bit longer, but this is still a huge deficit, and he's got to make something happen. Slide Church N-Sig will finally take him down, and he switches right over to the blasters and picks up the bow.
I wonder how perfect you have to be on the spot dodge to get through that ground
To get to the orb perfectly centered.
Yeah,
I think it has to be perfect.
Like how many frames of leeway do you have on one side or the other before you end up getting hit by that? The down air. Oh, and he gets the jump read after. Cool. Beautiful work.
That's an awesome combo. Yeah. I mean, string, but like, you get what I'm saying. When you get that read like that off that down air and the bounce, the N-Sig's a perfect follow-up. We got Radish now with a full stock lead. Gets that nice down light into Nair. Does not get the beak to connect. What else has he got going on here? Fadeaway sider to gravity cancel D-light sider.
Okay.
Will catch Radish approaching.
There's the in-light. Okay, he goes for the in-sig to call it the spot dodge there.
Radish dodges up though. Avoids that possible follow-up. D-light Nair recovery. Went for gravity cancel something, but stopped by the weapon throw. I didn't catch what the startup frames were. Down light into falling there, missed the jump, and Flower's not able to get that N-Sig.
That N-Sig would have been great with how damaged Radish is. That's going to interrupt the recovery, but he touches the wall right before that and avoids the down air, and he also avoids that down signature. That probably would have sent over the edge without bouncing off. Great.
Nice throw.
Guarantee the KO there. Flower. He's pushed Radish on a final stock, but he's very much in the red. He has to be careful. See if Radish wants to go for a jump read again with a neutral signature.
I was really into the pressure from Radish there. Even though it didn't work out for him, Flower was able to respond defensively. He kept it on. Okay, gets the D-Light Sider. Not going to knock out just yet. Weapon throw going to force the dodge. Does he go for the edge guard here? No, he's going to keep it safe. Sidelight Sider territory for the orb right now. He's got to be careful though. Diana does have literally 2 tools in her kit that can steal wins away from you, and he's had enough damage for that steal to happen. Oh man, and you know Flower's thinking about the option.
If Radish plays his positioning just right, you're seeing him really stick to that center stage, so any D-Sig or any neutral signature is going to bounce off the stage, take away some of that momentum, even if that hit there. It could set up for something. Not enough. The ceiling on Fortress of Lions. You think a side air would have KO'd?
I think a side air would have done it, yeah, for sure. But Boots recovery is notoriously weaker than Sair. You do it once you've like, I don't know, when you're in the perfect situation for that to work out anyways. I guess Radish didn't think either one mattered. Okay, that recovery will knock out finally, but that got really scary.
Bora lá, let's go. Segunda partidinha, mesmo mapa. Eu imagino que possa sim haver uma troca de de Legend, até porque o que acontece? Teve nerf na Blasters, né? Então Side Light, Side Air não é mais true. Eu acho que, assim, você pode conseguir fazer true, mas assim, em frames super específicos, tá, gente? Quando você pega Side Light lá no último frame, aí você dá um Side Air, aí consegue ser true. Mas eu não tenho certeza, tá? É porque dava pra fazer isso antigamente. Então eu acho que o nerf meio que fez o Side Light, Side Air funcionar só assim, né? Dessa maneira pra fazer true. Mas, enfim. E eu acho que pô, martelo tá muito forte, né, mano? Yumiko não é uma opção tão ruim assim quanto parece.
By the time he picked it up, but still a relatively quick stock. He's taken very little damage. He's not even in the orange yet. Already has Radish in the yellow. Gets through that neutral light that came out. He was just behind it. The neutral lights from Flower coming out here. Both of them missing. Taking a huge boot string from Radish.
Yeah, great damage coming in. Flower down, dashing forward, not going to switch over to the blasters yet, been mostly on the bow, kicked away. Radish goes for Enzig, not going to get punished for it. But Flower's still holding on to this lead, getting so much damage in. Side air after side air, connecting, goes over for that downlight. Is that going to be it? Okay, neutral light will disarm him, goes low to avoid the weapon throw, or picked up, down, Enzig is on the table. Is he going to put it out?
Flower playing real low on that wall before deciding to come up so he doesn't get caught by those down airs that Radish was throwing over the edge. Oh, I was worried that the bonk was going to take the momentum away. It could have maybe actually helped as well, but...
I don't know how the knockback would have worked there, if it would have, like, spiked.
There's a greater chance that it hurts more than it helps.
Absolutely. Ooh, gets a good punish on the Enzig whipping. Sidelight Sider, low on jumps. Flower has to get back to the stage, uses the Nair to keep the pressure up.
Radish only about 50 damage behind here. Flower putting a lot of room between the two. Radish is happy to oblige him on that as well. Jumping to get away from the neutral light.
Ooh, end light. Send him flying. What else do we got? Radish still looking for an opening.
Yeah, it just feels like a lot of in lights coming out from Flower. He hasn't really found any opening to get through Radish. There's a down air. It's going to send him flying. Gets caught with a side light neutral air.
Yeah, Radish opting to keep him up in the air, trying to juggle him for even longer. Sider will send him flying again. You're not so much damage that you're not too worried about his signature hitting. You're worried about downlight mostly. Although Flower's playstyle hasn't thrown out downlight.
Yeah, he really hasn't been doing a lot. It's been a lot of neutral light based.
Nice spot dodge nice dodge to the downer again. Gets the Sider on the blasters. Okay, keeping it close, but keeping it in his favor.
Don't know if a Sidelight Sayer is going to be enough to KO. Given that Radish just got the Sidelight neutral air, I wonder if we're going to see like the Sidelight Nair recovery that we saw from, can't remember the Orb player yesterday.
No need to wonder when neutral signature is there. Catching that jump. Sends him flying plenty far. Side air, down light into side air. Nice job off that Nair extension. Radish gets the Nair.
Oh, nice grab too.
Flower getting destroyed here on this last stock. This is where it all matters too.
Yeah, fantastic
gets another side air. He's low on jumps. Gets caught by one more Sarah Dare here, and that could be it. Nice job dodging the neutral light. Gravity counts a D-light down air. Finally picks up the bow. Sidelight Nair into recovery. Not going to hit. Sarah will send him flying off the left side of the stage, and now he's hurting.
Yeah, and Radish is not going to go off stage. He's not going to get caught by those the goofy GC Enzig or GC D-Sig. That's a great spot to hit that, though. Sends over, but Radish completely disengages, goes back to the main platform.
Okay, Flower goes all the way up. Does not get the combo off the ground pound. Radish trying to catch the landing with that side light on the platform. Flowers brought it all the way back. Enzig could knock out. He's got to be careful about all these options. Flower goes to the right side of the stage. There's that side light. Doesn't get the read. Holding center. Does get hit by that weapon throw. Radish looking for the boots. No, not primed. Picks up a fresh orb instead and gets caught by the Nair on the reversal.
Not enough. That one won't do it either. It's just a little bit lower than the previous one. I think if he picked it up at the same height, that would have been the stock there. Disarms himself with a weapon toss, turn around neutral air, giving him the room. Throws away the black.
Caraca. Tá jogando muito. Let's go, mano. Mas a partidinha ali, as assistências que eles estão utilizando, caso vocês se interessem.
Regardless, even if that's what he was thinking, that's cool to have that thought as well while you're on your way to doing your successful move. If he's thinking about that, that's just like another layer of thought in that process, in that split-second decision-making from Flower. Really, really well played. I'm down with that. Radish might have expected him to just throw that weapon away and then go back to the main platform and wait for the next spawn too.
Either way, it's Flower on the board. Now it's 1-1. And we're continuing here with Diana. Gets the neutral signature. Could get the down air there, but Radish goes underneath the shot. Bow's range on its attacks is very fantastic, but the area that it affects is very thin.
Oh, he catches him too.
Enzig catches him once more. Could go for ground pound there, but no, not risking it. Goes for Enzig once again, and Flower just dips right underneath him. Sidelight, D-Light, waits at the dodge, goes for the weapon throw, but doesn't get over the edge. So Radish, a few technical errors there. Ground pound not going over the edge either. Finally finds that Cider, will take the first strike here in game 3.
I do wonder what Flower's thinking whenever he's like just kind of camping on the wall, but potentially waiting for Radish to come over so we can get a grab to cancel D-Sig, grab to cancel N-Sig, and then Radish is just not going to do it.
It does strike me as times where he's trying to like regain his composure, take some ledge time before going right back into it, but it's possible that he's looking for something. Radish is not, Radish notoriously doesn't go off stage.
I think that's just like Flower's game plan in general, and because he's playing it against Radish, like it's not going to happen. Yeah, he's not going to give you those opportunities.
Whether it's Petra or Red Raptor, he's always had his move that hits over the ledge.
Perfect timing.
He won't go there, but he has a move that will reach. Doesn't work out. Has the orb now. Let's see what he can do. Gravity cancel sidelight not going to hit. Now he finds himself on the left side of the stage. Flower dashes forward, tries to bait something, but gets hit by sidelight and air. No side air right afterwards. And he shows him off the left side of the stage. Ooh, that's dangerous.
Yeah, I was looking for the turnaround dare coming out from Radish there. Flower still not able to find anything on the edge. He's not able to use these signatures too much, which is probably one of the main reasons to play this legend.
Goes for the down air.
Bounce off the wall, and Flower's ready to punish that. The range on that down air, it didn't go far enough.
And that might be what Flower's looking for. We said Radish doesn't go off stage too much, but the 2 times that he has been right side stage, and he's lost his stock both times, right? I think game 1, Flower got that reversal stare into weapon throw, right? It's been pretty consistent that he's punished Radish for overextending off stage. Still, Radish okay losing that stock, super far ahead. One sidelight side air will take him a full stock lead, just like game 1.
Yeah, that could have been Radish deciding like, okay, I have a gigantic lead on him. If I get this stock here, it's huge for me. If I lose this stock, it's really not a big problem for me whatsoever.
Flower just hit him 7 times.
Yeah, the damage is coming out from Flower here, doing a great job. Oh, picture perfect throw. Right over that corner, bonked him right in the head. Recovery going to KO off the top. Radish doing some celebratory recoveries, getting all the way up there before throwing his weapon to then come back down and pick up the orb. But Flower did a fantastic job of shortening the lead quite a bit.
Ooh, got the end of that.
If he can get a recovery here, oh, it's going to be Radish's stock.
Yeah, lets him get the nair off of that. Cider sweeps him up from underneath the stage. Brings him back up for some even more damage. Weapon throw.
Nice.
Good sidelight here.
Get around him. Yeah, GCD light into the ground pound.
Great edge guard. Flower evens it up 1-1. Anyone's game at this point. Whenever it's last stock against Diana, I consider once you enter orange, you're kind of just freaking out about everything that she can do. A little less so than the other stocks.
He's got to get Radish to orange, though. Right now, Radish has Flower in orange. Flower just kind of patrolling the bottom of the stage, not even going up to where Radish was on the soft platform. You see him jump, he immediately fast falls back down, back-to-back Nair juggles coming out, looking for a third one, can't find it. Nair also coming out from Radish. There's a side light, there's a Nair coming right after. It was a little bit delayed. There's another Nair. Dude, the damage output from Flower. Radish can't touch the stage.
Wow, it has been one hit at a time, but all from the juggle state. Flower looking for more and gets that punish finally for that down air. Radish not going off stage because he knows that it's been costing him every time. Recovery comes through, almost knocks out. One more recovery would knock out. Flower's looking for it. Goes for the Nair instead. D-Light recovery would do it. Radish looking for the, boot side air. Goes off for the edge guard, but Flower usually reversals here. Radish not going to give him a chance.
Dude, he's not even close to that corner. He's almost in the middle of the stage. The weapon toss.
Down to being thrown out. Ends to catch him on the landing here. Side light, waits for the dodge, goes for the recovery instead. Loses the weapon. That could cost him.
Nice.
Nice dare to get right on that corner.
And Radish doesn't make the same mistake from game number 1. Doesn't go for the still really well played by Flower the entire way through.
Cara, vou ser sincero com vocês, eu ainda estou pensando na partida do Magyar, velho. Foi insano aquilo.
Able to do that previously. Like he was throwing out so many neutral lights that were just missing, and Radish was punishing in the very beginning of this set. All of a sudden, that's turned around, and Flower's really gotten a handle on it. Will it be enough to win this set? I don't know. As we're heading here into game 4, completely even as we start this one out.
Okay, here we go. Radish hitting that side air. Neutral light connects. Goes in for the ground or the down signature. Not going to hit, and Flower's getting more and more into these neutral lights. Down air snipes Radish as he goes for the weapon. Picks the boots, falls to the side air, puts him off stage, and he gets the recovery that time around. Flower does narrowly avoid the end sig, gets his own end sig. Radish was low on jumps when it started.
Great spot, yep.
That's it. Flower takes the lead here in game number 4. Match point for Radish, but Flower on the verge of bringing it to a game 5.
Flower even waited so that he could throw out that spot dodge right when Radish was on top of him, so he didn't give him the hit and the chase dodge to then safely get back. There's a time where we saw Radish go off stage, and what happened? He was punished for it once he was sent off stage.
Now we're jumping around. What do we got, Flower? Looking for End-Lights probably. Falling with that Nair. Gravity Cancel D-Light goes right into
Yeah,
Radish.
there's a 3-piece.
Knowing that that dodge was gone, that's all true. Get Sidelight Nair recovery. Get that little extra height towards the stage before knocking him off the top. Evens it up 2-2.
Controlling sort of that middle of the stage. Flower's able to land.
Ouch.
Oh, he's going to take 4 pieces before he grabs that blaster. And there's a 5th hit as well with that recovery. Looking for another one, and he's now disarmed. And Radish is able to grab the next weapon spawn that comes in. This is a really tough start to the second stock for Flower.
Yeah, he's not letting up the pressure.
Dude, and he still steals it again.
He denies all the weapons. He's staying right on top of Flower. Doesn't matter where the weapon spawn's going to be.
Again!
And he's timing his weapon throws with when the next weapon's going to spawn in, right? So he was throwing that weapon away before it even came through. Made sure that he was stacked on Flower, keeping the pressure up.
Oh,
We haven't seen that in a while.
Runs him over, does the pivot off the platform so you get the full charge distance.
Yep.
Side stick runs him over. Flower now trying to get some damage in return. Radish throws the weapon, and now finally his pressure is up, but he ends it with a stock. Weapon throw narrowly dodged. Gonna get the edge guard here on the orb. One down air into recovery, not gonna be enough just yet. Radish needs one strong hit.
Dude, I gotta see the graph on how flat the line is while Radish was putting out so much damage and Flower was just completely weapon starved. I'm really looking forward to seeing that flat line.
However, Flower's now back in that state where he stopped Radish from having that momentum. Radish is like circling around him while he's in center stage, does find the D-Light recovery, but he started getting the damage on once he's able to stop Radish from having that momentum. Nair comes through, picks up the blasters, but he just throws them away. They didn't hit. He was too close when he did the weapon throw, and now he finds himself unarmed looking for that bow.
The way that Flower's looking right now, and that could change very quickly, but to me, it looks like he's playing definitely more scared than he was. Although maybe I'm incorrect on that. Maybe it was based on such limited data set. Back-to-back in-lights, that's scary. He's not able to find anything after it, though. Good thing for Flower heads out there.
Oh, and Radish still looking for that momentum that he had previously. Flower now a strong hit away. I think D-Light recovery would knock out. Recovery might just do it on its own now.
I don't know. He'd have to pick it up pretty high. We're on Fortress of Lions, that 45-degree angle. It takes a lot to KO. Think about the 629 damage he had to do last game before he finally was able to knock out Radish fully.
Oh, Radish does avoid that downlight side air. Okay,
nice.
D-Light Nair is going to do it. Radish now on his last stock. Flower has to win this one to stay on the winner's side. Winner of this goes up in the top 5, or top 6 here. Winner's side of top 8.
All right, come on, Flower. Show us what you got in this Diana. Show us what you got here. Show us how you got to second place at Moose Wars Legacy of Legends. Started off with a side light, in-light whiffs. Only gets the one-hit punish from Radish. There's a side air. He chases.
Oh, waits at the dodge. Flower doesn't give it to him. So he goes right back to the stage. Down trying to catch him over the edge of the stage.
I was a little bit worried with that D-Light that he was going to get caught by the Insig and that like goofy pickup with it where it just still sends you, like grabs you and pulls you onto the side.
Puta vida, ele ter perdido a arma ali foi tenso.
But Flower didn't fast fall after dropping from the platform.
Ooh, Rage going out.
Jumps. Goes for the down kick. Flower delays the dive kick. Narrowly avoids the claws of the bird there. Flower throwing his bow away, though. I don't know why. Goes in for the weapon spawn. Okay, picks up the blasters. Could dribble into a side air. Finds the side air delayed. Radish has to make it back to the stage. Endlight will send him flying. He throws his weapon away again. Radish goes for the side air there. Flower waits for the whiff punish.
Dude, the neutral air.
They're both one hit.
The neutral air didn't even send off screen, though. I'm worried about the more...
Mano, e essa partida?
I don't even know if another Nair will do it.
Ah, velho. Pô, queria que tivesse empatado. Ia ficar 2-2, ia ficar muito bom. Enfim, pessoal, vamos lá para próximas partidas. Tchau, tchau, um beijo e se inscreve no canal.